In the shadow of Mount Vesuvius, along the shimmering coast of southern Italy, there once stood a thriving Roman city called Pompeii. Its streets echoed with laughter, merchants bargaining in crowded markets, and the distant sound of the sea. To the people who lived there, Pompeii was not a place of danger. It was home. But beneath the calm surface of everyday life, a silent force was awakening inside the towering volcano nearby, Mount Vesuvius. And in the year AD 79, that force would unleash one of the most devastating disasters of the ancient world. Pompeii was a prosperous Roman town located near the Bay of Naples. Its streets were lined with elegant villas, bustling taverns, bathhouses, and temples dedicated to Roman gods. Life here followed a familiar rhythm. Wealthy families decorated their homes with colorful frescoes. Bakers prepared bread in stone ovens. Street vendors sold fruit, wine, and fish sauce to passing citizens. Children ran through narrow alleyways while traders arrived from across the Roman world. Few places captured the vibrancy of Roman urban life as perfectly as Pompeii. Yet the people of Pompeii lived under the looming presence of a mountain they barely feared. Most residents did not even realize that Vesuvius was an active volcano.
In the days before the catastrophe, strange things began to happen. Small earthquakes shook the ground beneath the city. Wells and fountains began to dry up. Animals behaved strangely. But earthquakes were common in the region. 17 years earlier, a powerful quake had damaged much of the city. Reconstruction was still underway. So when tremors returned in AD 79, most people simply ignored them. No one could imagine what was coming. Around midday on a late summer day, the mountain suddenly exploded. A massive column of ash and gas burst from the summit of Mount Vesuvius, shooting nearly 20 miles into the sky. Witnesses later described the cloud as resembling a giant pine tree, with a towering trunk of smoke spreading into dark branches above. The sky began to darken. Ash started falling like snow across the city. At first, many people were curious rather than afraid. Some climbed rooftops to watch the spectacle unfolding above the volcano. But the falling ash soon grew heavier. Within hours, it began piling up on rooftops and streets.
Panic spread through Pompeii. Families gathered what belongings they could carry and rushed toward the city gates. Others sought shelter inside their homes, believing the danger would pass. But the eruption was only beginning. Rocks and pumice rained down from the sky, smashing tiles and collapsing roofs. The streets became nearly impossible to walk through as ash rose higher and higher. Breathing became difficult. Day turned into night. The only light came from flashes of lightning within the growing volcanic cloud. Much of what we know about the eruption comes from a Roman writer named Pliny the Younger. From across the bay in the city of Misenum, he watched the eruption unfold. His uncle, Pliny the Elder, commanded the Roman fleet stationed nearby. Determined to rescue those trapped near the volcano, Pliny the Elder sailed toward the disaster, but the toxic gases and falling ash proved overwhelming. He never returned. His letters describing the eruption remain one of the most important eyewitness accounts from the ancient world. During the night, the most terrifying phase of the eruption began. The towering column above Vesuvius collapsed. Superheated clouds of ash, rock, and poisonous gas surged down the slopes of the volcano at incredible speed. These were pyroclastic flows, deadly avalanches of heat and debris traveling faster than a hurricane. When the first wave reached Pompeii, temperatures may have exceeded 500 degrees Celsius. For those still inside the city, there was almost no chance of escape. In seconds, everything was buried. By morning, Pompeii had disappeared. More than 20 feet of ash and volcanic debris covered the entire city. Homes, temples, streets, and gardens vanished beneath the hardened layers of volcanic material. Nearby towns, such as Herculaneum, suffered an even more violent fate, buried under dense mud and volcanic rock. The once thriving region became a silent graveyard. Over time, the memory of Pompeii slowly faded. Fields and vineyards eventually grew above the buried city. For nearly 1,700 years, Pompeii remained hidden from the world. In the 18th century, workers digging foundations unexpectedly uncovered ancient walls and frescoes beneath the soil. Archaeologists soon realized they had discovered something extraordinary. The lost city of Pompeii had survived almost perfectly preserved beneath the volcanic ash. Buildings still stood, paintings remained bright, even everyday objects, bread, jewelry, tools were frozen in time. Perhaps most haunting of all were the plaster casts of victims, capturing their final moments as the disaster unfolded. Pompeii had become one of the most remarkable archaeological sites on Earth. Today, modern technology allows researchers to recreate the final hours of Pompeii in extraordinary detail. Using AI reconstruction, archaeologists can digitally rebuild streets, homes, and entire neighborhoods as they once appeared. We can now walk through markets, gardens, and villas exactly as the ancient Romans once did. These reconstructions reveal not only how Pompeii looked, but how its people lived. Through the power of technology and archaeology, the city buried by disaster continues to speak across 2,000 years of history.
The tragedy of Pompeii reminds us how fragile civilization can be. In a single day, an entire city vanished beneath the forces of nature. Yet its destruction also created a time capsule unlike anything else in history. Pompeii offers a rare and intimate glimpse into daily life in the ancient Roman world. From graffiti scratched on walls to the layout of homes and streets, the city tells a human story preserved in ash. And every year, archaeologists continue to uncover new secrets beneath the volcanic soil. The city that once disappeared is still revealing its mysteries.